Hi, welcome to my Clubsport channel again. I'm wearing my head torch and I have my cup of white organic tea. Admittedly, the cup needs a good clean. It's had a few cups in there, but yeah, BMW for the win. I'm going to carry out I'm hoping it's going to be a very small job today. And what it is, it's the gear selector shaft thing. And oh my god, this tea's so good, guys. Clipper white organic tea with half a sugar. That's what why am I even telling you that? All right, let me put that on the floor. I've never had a cup of tea in the car before. I'm going to move my sat nav connector out of the way. I wonder if there's a hard wire kit for this. Okay, so I'm going to be taking this off. Yeah, I know. So it's obviously, being the Clubsport, it's the weighted shifter, whatever the hell that means. And we're going to be delving down into here because I noticed on my trip back from the south of England, which was 230-mile trip there and back, I noticed on the way back, I don't think I noticed it on the way down there, but certainly on the way back, there was a vibration coming from here. Now, bear in mind, we all know that, you know, you're going to feel a vibration on your gear stick when you drive, but not always. I mean, my previous car, the Honda Prelude, I mean, I could put my hand around the gear stick at whatever speed and I wouldn't feel anything. I mean, you would feel the running vibrations of the car, but not from the stick. So what it is, it's not a mechanical issue. I don't think so. It wouldn't be. But it's just there was a vibrating sound coming from down here, which I'm assuming was down here because I was driving and I was hearing this buzz, and when I put my hand on, I could feel that vibrate. So I'm going to just lubricate the links down here, and I think the easiest way to do it is from the top rather than underneath. And I'm just going to use some of my nice favorite WD-40 white grease. Don't use just WD-40, it's not really a lubricant. It has lubricating properties, yeah, but it's not a lubricant as such. But the WD-40 white grease does. So, the first thing I'm going to have to do with two hands is pull this off. Now, it doesn't unscrew. On the BMWs, they just pull off. But you need both hands and probably some back force. Last time I did this, I had to put one leg on this side of the car, one leg on this side, and pull up. I would advise, when you're doing that, watch your crown jewels, your meat and tube edge. Sorry, tickly throat. Watch your meat and tube edge and don't get caught out. I'm going to try and do it from this side though. Just put two hands around it and just pull up as hard as I can till it comes off. And obviously try not to smash out the top of my car. Let's close the sunroof. And yeah, give that a go. Once we've got that off, the rest is relatively simple, I think. Alright, so I'm gonna try and get this off. If I can't, then abort mission. I'll do it another day. Alright. That came off quite easy, I have to say. That didn't take a lot. I put my foot on the footrest down there and I pushed against it and I just pulled. It didn't take a lot. Alright, so the next thing then is to unclip this gaiter from here. I'll try and do it with one hand. They're all... Oops, opening the window there. A common issue. Yeah. So it's just a case of pulling this gaiter off now. They're just clips. You see, I'm using all the wrong methods when I'm using one hand. So a little screwdriver in there, but you should be able to do it with your fingers. I've done it with my fingers before. I'm just going to pull this off and I will be back. Right, that's off, and now that it's off, I'm going to put some leather cleaner on it and give it a really good clean out. Yeah, I'm going to do that before I put it back. Right, so BMW thanks to their quality and over engineering, they've put a nice foamy thing on there, and we have a rubber seal down here. This is to prevent, obviously, I guess, anything from, it's just, I don't know, leak water prevention, I don't know what the hell. So next thing now is to get these 2 screws out, and that should release this panel. And once we release the panel, we're going to have to take the switches off, the connectors off for these switches on both sides, and then this will come free, and then we can get the foam out, and then we'll unhook the rubber from down there, and then the rubber should come off, and then we've got access to all the mechanical bits, and we'll just give that a squirt with some white grease and put it all back together. What could be simpler? Right, so the 2 screws are out. That has made this whole thing be loose. So let's take a look. We have a connector here. So let's see if we can squeeze that out. There we go, nice and easy with the solution. And we've got one over here. In fact, I don't even need to take the other side off. I can just put this to the side. Just put that to the side, and I'm just gonna rest it there. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, I want me tea, I want me tea. Oh, you'll have to forgive me, guys. This is my first tea of the morning, and it's not even morning. It's about 3 p.m. This is my first tea of the day. You have no idea, well, you probably do, how appreciative you are of your first hot drink of the day when you haven't had one for ages. Do you guys know if there's any, like, this car came with the smoker's pack. Now, I don't smoke, okay? I obviously want to keep this, but I don't smoke, and so I don't need this. So it'd be nice to be able to pull that out and put something in its place. I don't know if anyone's made anything like this, where the ashtray comes out, and then underneath, you slip a panel in there, and it has a couple of, you know, like USB connections or a digital readout showing your oil temperature or something. I don't know, whatever. I don't want an ashtray and to be reminded that there's these little channels to put your cigarettes in, and this, I guess, is to stub it out. I don't know what the hell what is that for anyway? The biro, like they have in the bank? I don't know. But yeah, I don't smoke, and I don't let people smoke in my car. So it will never ever be used. So does anyone know if there's anything you can do to pull that out and replace it with, maybe I could take the dimensions of this and have a friend 3D prints. Oh yeah, I've got a friend with a 3D printer. I know I'm rambling here, guys, but I've got a friend of mine, right, with a 3D printer. If I give him these exact specs, he could measure this lip so it fits back in there nicely, and I just have a blank plate on the top, and I can drill out some little circular holes in it, or even 3D print it with that, and put some USB connectors in there and wire it into the cigarette lighter, if that's even valid, if that's workable without killing any electronics. And then I wouldn't need this guy. In fact, I could just yeah, I could, if I was clever enough, I could probably take this thing apart and just use this thing there inside here. Yeah, let me know what you think, guys. I mean, yeah, I'd be interested in knowing what you think. Okay, so now we've got this. So I think we can pull this out now. Yeah. All right. So this leaves us with some connectors in here, some loose connectors. This one is obviously for the other side windows. This one, guys, now the car used to be, I think this is because the car used to be automatic. Well, I say automatic, it was the SMG, or SSG, sorry, flappy paddle car, and it was converted to manual. So I'm guessing, oh, I've got a bit of rubber going off there. So I'm guessing it was down to that. And I'm also guessing that this cable has something to do with that as well. Yeah, I'm guessing that this has got to do with the automatic gears, and you know, when you put the gear in, it would display it on the dash or something. Well, this switch maybe does that. Again, if any of you guys know the answers to that, maybe you can let me know. So let me see. It looks like there's some rubber missing from here. So maybe somebody slapdashed getting this rubber out. But I'm hoping it's easy to take out and easy to put back. Because this is what I need to get off now in order to get to the mechanics of it. So I'm going to try and pull this out and I'll be back. Okay, so that's off. That wasn't too difficult at all. It's kind of a very weird feeling rubber. It's very squidgy. It's quite jelly-like. So down there we have the mechanism. It sounds very echoey in the garage. What's this down here then? Because is that the prop shaft? Because I just saw it move. Oh, I think it might be. No, I was going to say I'm going to put the clutch in. Yeah, I think it needs a. I'm going to put some of that white grease, and then I will actually grease it afterwards. I think it'll be fine. It does need some lube on it. It's dry as a bone. I don't know whether, because sometimes I find it difficult. You know, you get those moments, those stages where your car's in a particular position and first gear won't go in, but if the car rolls forward an inch or back an inch, then it just pops in. You know that? Yeah, I've had that a few times. And also, I think going from no, I think first gear is harder to engage than the others. It doesn't mean that first gear is hard to engage. It's just relative to the others, it feels like it's a little bit harder to pop in. And the shift between first and second isn't as smooth as it is from second to third and third to fourth. That might be an E46 thing. It might be a BMW thing for all I know. I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to get this lubed up. And yeah, because I know down there the only thing that's stopping this being that ball being pulled out is a pin, quite a thick pin at the bottom underneath. That should be, is that my garage floor? Nope, can't even see the floor. There's all shielding on the car. Let me have a look. See, I don't know if you can see down there. There's all shielding on the car. I can't even see the floor. So even when you take all this out, you can't still even get down to the garage floor. They're very well built for a car that's 18 years old now, or this car's going to be 18 years old at some point this year. These cars were very well made. I mean, I don't need to, if you've got an E46, you already know that. I don't need to tell you that. You guys already know. Right, let's get it lubed, and I'll have another couple of sups of me tea. Alright, so anyway, I've got the lubrication here now. So basically this sound that I was getting, it's more like, I can best describe it as a beard trimmer wrapped in a small towel. So it's like that buzzing sound that you get, but it's kind of muted. And it was just like a little annoyance, you know. And I've got something over here as well on the window. It might be from when I had the window replaced last time, because the window shattered. Thanks to me, it was my fault. Over tightening a bolt, putting a new window in. And somewhere in this vicinity I have another little buzzing, a squeak. It's like a sound as you drive. I'm going to sort all these annoyances out, but I really am. Alright, so let's get this. I've decided to go with this, the anti-friction dry PTFE lubricant. It shows you there the picture of the, let me see if I can focus this, the chain and the key and everything. So it says superior lubrication and protection, excellent resistance to high temperatures, which isn't an issue here, and for use on metals, plastics and glass. So plastics and metals are both here. I probably should clean this first, to be honest. In fact, if I was going to be really anal about it, I would go underneath the car, take the pin out, pull the whole gear shaft off, clean this ball completely. But hey, I'm not even in for that. It's not that big a deal. So I'm just going to spray in here, and then I'm just going to pop it into second gear. That already feels a bit better. Just spray that in there. Yeah, that does feel a bit better. And pop reverse in. Reverse is a little bit difficult to get in. I guess maybe that's when the engine's not running, I don't know. So we'll just let that soak in for a little while. It wasn't until recently, I know this might sound ignorant of me, because I didn't know this, but on these tins with the straw, I thought it was just that. It was just the straw. That was the only way to you know, for it to come out. But well, I say recently, I mean a couple of months ago, that I realised that when you put this down to the bottom, that it comes out full here. And I'm thinking, how did I not even know that? I guess I just wasn't expecting it to be that way. It's not like, is there any diagrams on it? No, not really. So anyway, yeah, silly little things. Alright, so I've got some multi-purpose grease which I'm just going to spread around in here and just keep that greased up. So I don't know, I would maybe say that even if you don't have a buzzing sound from your gears, it might be, this is a very quick job to do, a very simple job to do in terms of actually, I think I need more grease on my finger. I'm going to have to take it off to take this out. I've got to be careful I don't get it on my seat. I just want to grab there we go. Yeah, I think it might be, I don't know, that rubber's in the way. It might be a good idea for you guys to lubricate your ball. You know, all you got to do is take your knob off, pull the rubber off your shaft, and lubricate your ball. Now that's not going to be a difficult job for any guy, and as you can see, I'm fingering my ball here and it's quite pleasurable. Okay, I'll skip the innuendos. Oh, you dirty old man. Right, so that black stuff on there, I'm guessing is old residual grease from before. But I might get a smoother gear change here, but I'm more interested in having that buzzing stop, really. I probably should have let that actuated PFE drain away a little bit, so it wasn't so liquidy, because now obviously the grease is a little bit more liquefied than it maybe needs to be. Alright, I'm just going to get out the car and take the gunge off my finger. Now here's the thing, B&Q, the shop B&Q, or any hardware shop or shop that maybe sells car stuff, if you're running out of toilet roll, guys, because I know people are stealing it like crazy, not literally stealing it, but they are hoarding it, which is, I just don't understand that. There's always this, look at this, you know, as opposed to nothing. I could use that as toilet paper. What am I talking about? Right, okay, I'm going to get this crap off my fingers and then I'm going to start putting it all back together. Okay, so that's on. That went on fairly easily. It looks like it's got a bit of a twist on it there. I might need to twist this round, which is just a case of, I would suspect, just grabbing a little piece of rubber and just twisting it here. I might have to take it out again. Actually no, it's not a thing. As soon as I go there, look, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it might need to have gone on a little bit more this way, but it goes on. You just push the big rubber flap in, and as you go around you just feed it in, and then when you get to the final part you have to fold it over a little bit, and then it goes in, and then it'll eventually just all tick into place. I'm tempted to just see if I can reseat it a little bit better, or I might use a couple of hands and try and rotate this around. And that missing rubber, well, it wasn't missing after all. I think it was underneath. I don't know. I go around here now and I don't have any missing like a missing chunk of rubber, so, but I can see the mark there where it was. I think it was underneath. I'll have to look back on the video. I hope this camera's focusing. I know it's the iPhone 6 camera's pretty shit at doing that, so I am actually managing to twist that a little. Maybe it's not twisted, maybe it's just the way. Anyway, it's not going to affect anything. Alright, so that's on. So we can bring this back over now, and I'm just going to flick that switch in. So now which way would it go? So it's big one on that side, little one on that side, okay. So I think the way is this way. Oops, yeah, and it works because my mirror just went down a bit. So if we look at this, then there's no, well, yeah, there's two clips on that side, but it comes off, it seems to have pulled off on this side first. So I'm going to put it in, because there's these holes here. Let's see if I can get the light on there. Get the phone out of the way, so you can't see that. So there's that hole there, which I'm going to put the tabs in there. See, look, again, BMW stuff. Nothing just opens sharply. Like even this, even the ashtray, you press and it's, and then you got the glove box, which is, you know, it's, I love this car. Everything's so elegant. And even when you open the door and the interior lights come on, they don't just come on, they just, and I don't want LEDs in this because it's too sharp. I'm never going to put LEDs on the interior. I don't mind having whiter bulbs or brighter bulbs, but I love these bulbs where they just come on and they fade out. Yeah, I've seen LEDs in these cars and it's not for me. That I think they're too harsh, they're too bright, and even like when people color them in the footwells, you know, each to their own, of course, but it's not for me. You know, I don't want harsh lighting in my car. I want it to be comfortable, and I like the executive kind of style of the lights just coming on gradually, you know. It's just little details like that that make me love this car, you know. And more so the fact that it's coming on for 18 years old now. You know, it's a 2002 model. I don't know when it was registered. I think it might have been September, or it might have been June, July. I might be getting it confused with another car. But yes, it's going to be 18 at some point this year. And, you know, it's kind of cool. I mean, some of the features that you find out that this car has, some of them I found out a lot later in life. Like, if your indicator goes out, the car will recognize that your indicator bulb's gone, and it will switch that function to another light. That's crazy. So, right, now I think something I probably should have done, but I'm not going to be bothered now because it's such an easy thing to take this off, is, although maybe I should, another source of the buzzing, if it's not that what I just lubricated there, it could be those loose cables, those wires that are touching something and then they buzz as you're moving. So maybe I should have tied those wires up with some tie clips or something so they're out of the way. Maybe I should do that. I think I should. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to just tie those wires up so they're not dangling around anywhere. And yeah, just to eliminate that as a source as well. The buzzing doesn't really bother me that much, and I only really hear it now and again, but it was something I said to myself when I was hearing the buzzing, and I thought, I'm going to fix that. So that's the only reason why I'm doing this right now. So yeah, I'm going to take this off again, take the foam out, and then we're going to probably should have put the foam in first and then put this on top. But yeah, I'm just going to take this out and do the whole thing again, and I'll be back. Alright, after using some Auto Glim leather cleaner and some Meguiar's leather lotion, which smells of strawberry, it's looking a little bit better. A little bit. It's not as dull as it was. And yeah, I suppose it's nice to do all these little things while you can. So I'm just going to pull this up here. So I get it all nice and straight. And then right, so I just need to put my knob back on, which will go on something like that, and then bring out your dead. Okay, that is on. I don't know what that sound's coming from. It's metal hitting metal. Alright, so how do we feel? So we got first, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. Yeah, all good. It sounds clanky and mechanical when you're inside an echoey garage, doesn't it? Alright, I think we need to sort out this battery. Right, let's do it now. I think I may have some power left in my battery thing. I'll show it to you anyway. So, look at this. Thing is, when I put the car in the garage, I reverse it by hand right up to the garage door so that the door can't be forced inwards unless you try and get past the car. Alright, so in here then, I can pull it out. Is my Vitamile battery thing. Now, sometimes I've had to do it directly from the battery. Other times, yeah, because it's happened a couple of times. When I say other times, I don't always mean on my own car, but other times I've had to do it. I've managed to do it from the engine. Obviously, there's no battery in here, so let me just get this out. Yep, two hands. Right, here it is, the Vitamile, and I've got the cable connected. We have a boost button there if we need it, and these go on the battery terminals. So we have, on the BMW, we have the positive here. Oh God, the bloody clip won't budge. There we go. Right, so we've got the positive there, and we have the negative down here next to the ABS module. The question is, do I have power on this thing? Because it's been off for a while. Don't need the light. There we go, 100%. Wow. And this has been in my boot like this for a long time. Right, so I'm going to put the negative on. Am I going to put the negative on first and then the plus on first? And then I'm going to put the negative. Got a little bit of spark there. Alright. I shouldn't need the boost button, but I think what I'm going to need is my garage door open. I don't want to get CO2 poisoning. Alright. Oh, the outside world. Right, I can hear this thing clicking. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Alright, let's get this car started. I don't know what the clicking is. Alright, good to go. actually do a 6.5 litre engine, petrol, and a big diesel. Listen to that exhaust. It's got some bass on it, I'll tell you. And when it warms up, it crackles, as you guys probably know. I don't think it does it when it's cold. I don't think so. Not that I want to let it cold, really. No. Alright, so all good. I do have a hydraulic lifter in here that clicks when it's cold sometimes. It didn't do it this time. But yeah, engine settling down now. So I'll put that away. And yeah. Alright. So I'm just going to leave this running for a few minutes. Okay, so gear stick lubricated. Hopefully the vibration's gone now. That's it. I wonder if I can do my indicator thing now. Just pull that out. Okay. I wonder if it will pick it up straight away. No, it hasn't. It hasn't picked it up yet. It would come on. It would come on the dash there. I'd probably need to start the car again, and it probably will start it next time. Should we try it? Should we risk it? Should we give it a go? Okay, and you little bugger. Right, I'll be back. Right, the car's been restarted with the booster, and as you can see, it's picked up the fact that we don't have an indicator. So I'm going to put the indicator on anyway. It's flashing fast to let me know. Yeah, so there you can see it's using my brake light. Let me just turn off my all my lights except the indicator. It flashes at twice the speed, but it still works. See, as a backup. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Okay, let me just I can't believe I couldn't see the light because I had this out. I'm going to put this back in while we're live, and as you can see, the car has automatically switched over immediately to the correct thing, and it's gone back down to the correct speed. Yeah, so there you go, it does work. Okay, I want to carry out one more job on the car right now, and that is yeah, I'm gonna take this off, get it out of the way. So what I want to do is remove these Clubsport splitters, because true to their name, it's split here on this one and more so on this one. Now this is only holding the two screws. I've got the other one in the car, but this was my fault because I parked the car too close to the curb when going into a car park, and the curve was here, and it wasn't really that high, but it hit both splitters and cracked them both. So what I'm going to do, the Tiger seal I used before on my mirror clips, I'm going to use it on that because it's black. So I'm going to seal that up, and depending on the finish will depend on whether I decide I want to paint it. But the splitters will not go back on the car, because you imagine getting them off, you need a little chubby screwdriver under there. That's fine, but putting them back on and getting the holes lined up again from this angle, it's a bit more tricky. So what I'm going to do, not that I can't do it, but I still have my anti-roll bar bushings to put on. That will be coming in the next video, I would assume. So I need to jack the car up here to do that, jack the car up here, then remove the black cover, the plastic cover there. Right, this one. Take that off. This is by the way, just so you know, that's water. That's water that leaks from my headlight. I think it's at one of the headlight things. It's not coming out the radiator because that would be coolant. It might be air conditioning, I don't know. So yeah, jack the car up there to take that cover off. It's only like 7 screws where you half turn them and it just drops off. And then the car can be jacked down, and then the jack can go in the front under the subframe thing, and I can jack the whole car up at the front, so the whole car's lifted up. Put the axle stands on the jack stands, bring the car a little bit down. I don't think I want the jack in my way, so I'm going to take the jack out. So then the car's going to be up on axle stands at the front, and I'm going to change the D bushings underneath, which again, I don't think it's a very difficult job to do at all. And that's when I'm going to put these splitters back on while the car's more elevated in the air. Alrighty, so I feel like I should take the car for a little spin, but probably not a good idea. Well, it's warmed up now, so let's see if we can hear the crackle. There you go. Just need to, I'm guessing you heard that condensation coming out there. But yeah, okay, so that's that, and I'm done. So I will stop rambling, and thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you when I do my front ARB bushings. Take care guys, bye bye.